Hi guys, it's Aaron Untalan, and for this particular video, it's all about the Itsumo test. Before you watch this particular video, I hope that you have already watched the two videos for modification, part 1 and part 2, 5-finger modification. It's easier to understand the Itsumo test if you already have a background in modification. Okay, so for this particular video, I will teach you the Itsumo 1. This is an examination I created way back in 2004, and this particular exam has already gave me a lot, because of the fact that I wouldn't be in my position right now without this particular exam. So this is my one-hit wonder. Hindi naman one-hit kasi I already created the Itsumo 2 and the Itsumo 3. Okay, and I even have excuse me, I even have the Itsumo 4, which is the SPART exam. Okay, so for those people who will be taking in the local board examination, you will also receive the Itsumo 2 and the Itsumo 3, and the Itsumo 3 is part of our final coaching. So yung mga for NCLEX and HAAD, you can still get the Itsumo 2 and Itsumo 3, kaya lang it will be later, in the later part of your 90 days review. Okay, so siguro yung Itsumo 2 ilalabas ko mga 50th day, and doon sa last part sa final coaching doon ko ilalabas ang Itsumo 3. Forgive me because hindi ko siya mailabas kagad, because I am securing the Itsumo test, because as you all know, medyo importante ito sa akin. At the same time, iniingatan ko yung secrets ng Itsumo test. So more or less yung Itsumo 3 ituturo ko yun live, kasi hindi ako papayag na video siya. Okay, meron siyang mga secrets na as much as possible I'm trying to keep. Anyway, so let's go with the concept of the Itsumo test. Okay, so before we answer the Itsumo test, pakita ko muna sa inyo yung Itsumo test. So this is the Itsumo test. Okay, as you can see, as if there's something wrong with the particular examination. Yes, now a little history. I created the Itsumo test way back in 2004 because of a frustration. Okay, frustrated ako nun dahil sa isang student. Okay, now I created this in Cebu City. Nung time na yon, ang exam is November and June. Okay, so hindi pa December exam noon, 2004. And then one time, yung isang student ko na, for example, June season ko siya student, nakita ko uli siya nung November season. So guys, sa sobrang dami ng mga naging students ko, hindi ko matandaan kayo lahat. Okay, so pero natandaan ko tong isang student ko to. It's because of the simple fact that she is always sitting together with her boyfriend sa harap na harap. So magkatabi sila, mag-boyfriend sila, and then they are sitting in the front seat na malapit sa table ko. And then yung center na yun, pinapakain ako ng lunch dun sa harap, at the same time yung mga snacks ko sa harap. Okay, so sila yung madalas kong nakakausap, sila yung madalas kong nakakasama. Okay, so in a way, nakilala ko sila. Okay, now pagbalik ko dun sa center na yon, nakita ko uli yung girl, and then this student, so lapit ako agad sa kanya. I approach her and then I ask her, "O Iha, kamusta? Hindi ka ba napag-exam?" So I try to be as therapeutic as possible, kasi non-therapeutic naman kung tanongin kong bagsak ka ba. Okay, so tanong ko kaagad, "Iha, what happened? Hindi ka ba napag-exam?" Sabi niya, "Sir, nakapag-exam po ako, but sad to say, I failed. Ganon, sabi ko, anong grade mo sa test 2? Concern ko agad test 2. You know why? Because I am a CHN and CD lecturer. Okay, so sabi niya sa akin, sir, wala pong problem. I got 84 in test 2. Okay, so, mataas yun sabi ko. Saan ka sumabit? So sabi niya, sir, the rest. And I got 53 in test 4. So 53 siya sa MS. So guys, kahit na mataas pa yung mga exams mo, basta meron kang grade below 60, automatic failed ka agad. So siya, isa lang pinasa niya. Sabi ko, ganun. Kamusta yung boyfriend mo? Sir, sabi niya, pasado na po siya. Oh, that's good. Sir, wala na po kami. Oh, that's bad. Okay, so to make the long story short, tong student na to, parang 5 days kasi ko nag review doon sa review center na yon. 3 days CHN, 2 days CD. And then every time na titingin ako sa kanya, kasi kung naging professor mo na ako sa review, makikita mo, I like to look in your eyes. Okay? Yumuyuko siya. Siguro in one way parang nahihiya siya sa akin, pero in reality guys, ako yung nahihiya sa kanya. Now, pauwi na ako ngayon dun from Cebu City. So nandun ako sa Cebu City Airport. And then may lumabas na salita sa bibig ko. Ano yung lumabas na salita sa bibig ko? Sabi ko, hindi enough. Ano yung hindi enough, Mr. Utalan? Hindi enough. Kahit na gaano ka galing ang isang review center as they claim to be, kahit puno siya ng mga star-studded lecturers as we claim to be, meron at merong itatanong sa board exam sa'yo na hindi mo alam. Meron at merong itatanong sa'yo sa board exam na wala kang kinalaman. Anong gagawin mo kapag hindi mo na alam ang tinatanong sa'yo? Doon ko naisip, sabi ko, kailangan kong magturo ng test-taking strategies. The way I answer my examination, I have to teach that to my students. So, sinimulan ko ngayong isulat ang Itsumo test. So, I am a writer. That's why I always carry with me a small notebook. So, nilabas ko yung notebook ko. And then, I started drafting the Itsumo test. Okay? Kaya siya naging Itsumo test. The reason why I called it the Itsumo test, it's because of the simple fact na habang ginagawa ko siya, nakita ko si Dice, si K9, tsaka si High C, the members of Mobstar. And Itsumo is a very, very popular song back then. Okay, so that's the reason kung bakit siya tinawag na Itsumo test. And the rest is history. Sabi ko nga, kahit ngayon pumunta ako sa ibang school, for example, first time ko dun sa school na yon, and then magtuturo ako ng test taking strat, and then pakita ko sa kanila Itsumo test, nakikita kilala na nila Itsumo test. Minsan hindi pa kilala ako sa isang review center, but they know the Itsumo test. So if you want, you try to Google search Itsumo test, or you try to Facebook search Itsumo test, and meron tong sariling like page sa Facebook. Mas marami pa nagla-like sa like page nito kaysa sa like page ko. 3 lang kami nagla-like sa like page ko ako, asawa ko, tsaka anak ko. Kaya mag-like ka na sa like page ko para 4 na tayo. Okay, anyway, so let's start to answer the Itsumo test. Now, I want you to get a piece of paper and then you will answer it. Okay? So, gano'n ang pagsasagot sa Itsumo test. Hindi lang basta sasagutan mo siya ng isa-isa. Maganda sagutan mo muna siya, 10 items lang naman to, and then afterwards we will try to discuss kung bakit yun ang sagot sa kanya. Okay, so you get a piece of paper, and then I'll give you a minute per item, or if you want, bilisan na natin, just pause your video, okay, para hindi na masyadong tumagal tong video na to. Just pause it for every item. Now, always remember you answer this on your own. you don't need to know Japanese, or you don't need to know the song. Even if you don't know the song, even if you don't know Japanese, you can still answer the Itsumo test. And mamaya papakita ko sa iyo kung paano yung isang exam na mukhang mahirap mapapadali with the use of test taking. Again, hopefully before you watch this particular video, you already watched the modification techniques. Okay? So, para mas maganda yung learning mo. Kumbaga comprehensive. Okay, let's go. Let's go with number 1. Okay? Just choose a letter, okay, and then write it in your paper. Okay? So, just choose a letter there and then write it in your paper. 10 items lang to. Okay? Pwede kang matawa, but please try to answer it on your own. Kung may kasama ka ngayon, huwag kayo mag-share ng answers. Better just answer it on your own. Okay? Let's go with number 2. Sige. Let's go with number 3. You can just pause the video if ever na kailangan mo ng more time. Okay? Number 3. Mamaya mapapakita ko sa inyo that Itsumo will change. Okay? Ano ibig sabihin nung Itsumo will change? Mamaya makikita mo parang magbabago siya sa'yo. Okay, let's go with number 4. Sige. Are we clear? Okay, let's go with number 5. Sige, kayang-kaya mo yan. Let's go with number 6. Okay. All right. Number 7. Again, if you need more time, just pause the video, okay? As you can see, ang Itsumo test gawa to sa mga board examination questions. Binago ko lang yung ibang letter, ibang words, okay? Para hindi mo siya maintindihan. Pag di ka nag-aral, ganyan exam mo. Kaya ako sa'yo mag-aaral ka mabuti. Okay, let's go. Number 8. Number 9. Ayan yan. And number 10. Okay? Be careful with this one. This is the most controversial item of my 8 Sumo 1. Okay, like I've said, I already have 3 8 Sumos. Actually, 4 na yun. Kaya lang yung last one, hindi ko na siya tinawag na 8 Sumo test. This is controversial because it features Doraemon. 8 Sumo syndrome. Ingat kayo sa question na to, ha? Okay, I think you are already finished with the 8 Sumo test. Now, before we answer it, of course, I'll teach you how to answer it properly. Okay? Now, may tanong muna ako. Okay? You will be taking the board examination, or you will be taking your NCLEX, your CRN, or you will be taking your HAAD, or your Prometric, DHA, MOH, whatever examination you will be taking. Ang tanong ko, are these examinations kakampi o kalaban? Okay. Kung sagot mo kakampi, ang tanong ko, close ba kayo? Pakilala mo ko minsan, ha? Okay. Now, bakit kalaban? Yes, very good. They are basically kalaban. Bakit sila naging kalaban? It's because sila yung nakaharang between you and your license para doon sa magka-take ng board exams. Okay? Sa iba naman, between you and your $1 million dream. Okay? Between you and your riches. Diba? Gusto mong yumaman? Okay. Now, I'm asking you right now, so establish na natin that they are basically kalaban. Ha? Gaano sila kalaking kalaban? Malaki ba sila? Maliit? But siguro sagot mo malaki. Kaya lang, what may be malaki for you may be maliit for me, or what may be maliit for me is malaki for you, or vice versa. Tama? Okay, so malaki silang kalaban, but a nurse should always be smart. What is smart? Specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bounded. I want to be specific, I want to be measurable. So, sa book kong Nursing Board 101, hinalintulad ko ang board examination sa isang malaking kalaban. Hinalintulad ko siya sa isang dragon. Okay? So, bakit ko siya hinalintulad sa isang dragon? Kasi, siguro dahil takot ako sa dragons. Okay? Pero hindi lang basta dragon. Hinalintulad ko siya sa isang fire-breathing, fully scaled, 30-story high dragon. So, 30 stories, guys. You know what that means? 30 stories means 30 floors. Ganun siya kataas. Okay? Fully scaled. Armor ang kanyang skills. And then, of course, ang breath niya ay fire. Okay? Bakit ko siya hinalintulad sa dragon? Siguro dahil takot ako sa dragon, no? Okay? Dati, muntik na ako magpatattoo ng dragon, eh. Nung dinikit na sa akin yung stencil ng tattoo artist ko, parang pinaiba ko yung design. Okay? Siguro dahil takot ako sa dragon. So, kaya hinalintulad ko siya sa dragon. Kaya sabi ko, okay, the board examination or your nursing examination looks like a dragon. Okay? 30-story high. Tuwing naririnig ng mga students tong kwento ko to, sinasabi nila exaggerated. Masyado naman yan, Mr. Talan, exaggerated. Ibig mo sabihin, ang kalaban namin, ang exam na yan is 30-story high. Okay? So, exaggerated ba ako? I will use the local board examination as an example. Nung time na, let's say mga 5 years ago, an average ng nagte-take ng board examination is around 90,000. Okay? Ang pumapasa are only 30,000. So, ibig sabihin, ang casualties ng dragon na to, 60,000. 60,000 people ang casualty niya. 60,000 dreams shattered into pieces. Exaggerated ba ako? Okay? Another reason kung bakit ko siya hinahalin tulad sa dragon is kung kayo'y magte-take ng local board examination and you are 21 years old below or 27 years old below, alam niyo ba na meron tayong BON na 21 years na siyang nurse? So, kung tatanungin ko, sinong mas magaling between you and that particular BON? Most definitely, the answer, pagdating sa nursing, mas magaling yung BON na yun. Kasi sperm ka pa lang, nurse na siya. Eh, imaginein mo, 7 sila. Exaggerated pa ba ako? Okay? So, that's the thing about it. Ngayon, sinong lalaban sa ganyang kalaking kalaban? Siguro, ang sagot mo, kami. Kaya lang, tatandaan mo, sa board examination, hindi kami. Sino lalaban sa ganyang kalaking kalaban? Ikaw. Ikaw mag-isa mo. You follow? Ang laban is between you and the dragon. The dragon between you. Ikaw na bagong graduate or ikaw na may 2 years nursing experience lang, 2 years hospital experience versus the 30-story high dragon. Dragon na gawa ng kung sino-sinong matalinong tao versus you na hindi mo pa alam kung gaano ba talaga kalawak ang knowledge mo. If I try to combine you in a single page, okay, makikita mo, yan. Ganyan ang proportion nyo sa isa't isa. Ito yung dragon, eto ka. Now, guys, kaya ko to kinikwento sa inyo is hindi para takutin kayo, but to tell you the truth. Okay? Dun sa mga repeaters na dito, dun sa mga nakapag-exam na, kung kayo'y nakapag-exam na before, siguro hindi ko na kailangan kayo takutin. Kasi alam nyo na kung gaano kalaki ang dragon na sinasabi ko. Kung gaano kahirap. Alam nyo na yung feeling na question number 1 pa lang, parang lahat ng pinag-aralan mo tinapon na sa basurahan. Okay? That's the reason kung bakit kinikwento ko tong story ng dragon na to. It's to give you a reality check na mahirap ang board exam, mahirap ang HAAD, mahirap ang NCLEX. Kapag may nagsabi sa inyong madali lang yan, I'm telling you guys, nagsisinungaling sila, nagyayabang sila, o hindi nila alam ang pinagsasabi nila. Kasi I have taken all the examinations that you are to take. And I'm telling you right now, okay, may hirap yung mga exam na yun. Kaya tatandaan nyo ha, I'm stating the fact. Sinasabi ko na sa inyo mahirap para mag-prepare kayo. Kasi pag iniisip nyo madali, ay follow, iniisip nyo sisiw lang yan, o di sisiw lang din ang preparation mo. But kung iisipin mo ganyan siya kalaki, okay, from that fear will rise discipline. Yung because of that, sasabihin mo sa sarili mo na magre-review ako. Na minsan nakakaantok na yung video ni Mr. Rontalan pero kailangan kong makinig. Kailangan kong paghandaan yung dragon na yun. Okay? dun sa mga first time na magte-take ng exams, okay, sige, sabihin ko sa inyo, iniisip nyo madali, pero dun sa mga repeaters, alam ko, naranasan nyo na kung gaano kahirap. Kaya sinasabi ko, learn from your failure. We fail in life. The only reason why God lets us fail in life is because He wants us to learn. Tandaan nyo yun ha. Ang masagwa, kapag hindi ka natututo because of your failure. So, you fail and then you fail again. Gets nyo? Okay, so, I hope that settles that. Anyway, so, kung ganyang kalaki ang kalaban mo at ganito ka lang kaliit, tandaan mo, ikaw lang mag-isa nga harap dyan sa dragon na yan. Kasi kahit may kasama ka, okay, sa exam, ikaw lang mag-isa. Dapat may dala kang malaki-laking sandata. What is your primary weapon against the board exam? Your primary weapon against your nursing examination is none other than your knowledge. May follow? Kung ang knowledge mo silaki ng isang nuclear weapon, isang tirahan mo lang doon sa dragon, shoo, boom, patayan. May follow? Kaya lang aminado ka sa sarili mo na wala kang nuclear weapon sa utak mo. Gaano ba kalaki ang knowledge mo, iyo? Gaano ba kalaki ang knowledge mo, iha? Sir, silaki lang po na isang bazooka. Well, kaya pa rin. Titirahin mo lang, titirahin yung dragon, boom, boom, patay pa rin siya. Ang problema, aminado ka, wala kang bazooka sa utak mo. Gaano ba kalaki, iho? Gaano ba kalaki, iha? Sir, silaki lang po na isang sword. Silaki naman pala na isang sword eh. O tandaan mo, sa fairy tale, ano bang ginagamit ng mga knights na pang slay ng dragon? Sword. Kaya lang tandaan mo ha, hindi ganun ka-realistic ang ang basis mo, fairy tale. Okay. Pero kaya pa rin. Sige. Now, eto na ngayon. Okay? Nag-text ka bigla sa ating hotline 0918-558-8558 o kaya nag-email ka sa ating online nurse review alternative at yahoo.com kasi narinig mo tong lecture ni Mr. Utala na to. Sabi mo, Sir, may problema ako eh. O ano yung problema mo, iho? Ano yun, iha? Sir, kasi sabi mo dun sa kwento mo tungkol dun sa dragon, kaya ng nuclear weapon eh. Kaya ng bazooka, kaya ng sword. Eh, ang problema, wala ako nun. Ha? Bakit? Gaano ba kalaki knowledge mo? Eh, sir, ito lang oh. Ano ba yan? Ano ba? Pat-pat ba? Pat-pat. Isang ganyan. Pat-pat lang. Barbecue stick ba? Okay. Eh, sir, iba yung student naman. Ako nga, mas malaki. Bakit? Ano ba knowledge mo? Mas malaki problema. Mas malaki knowledge. Mas malaki problema, sir. Bakit? Ang knowledge ko lang, toothpick. Yan, toothpick. Yan ang mas malaki problema. Kasi, alam natin, head-on, walang kalaban-laban ang barbecue stick mo o ang toothpick mo sa ganyang kalaking kalaban. Okay? Diyan na ngayon papasok ang tinatawag nating secondary weapons. And what are your secondary weapons against the board exam? It's none other than your test-taking skills. May follow? Okay. So, test-taking skills. For example, okay, ang test-taking skills kasi, pinapakita niya sa'yo ang weak point nung dragon. Ang weak point nung exam. For example, okay, maglalaban na kayo nung dragon. Okay? Pinakita ngayon ng test taking na ang weak point daw ng dragon ay ang kanyang ingrown toenail. Yan. Okay? Yes. So, pag landing ng dragon sa harap mo, nilabas mo ang iyong barbecue stick. Sinaksak mo siya sa kanya, ingrown. Eh, yung ingrown pala niya, merong nerve ending na magsha-shutdown ng kanyang brain. Boom. Patay yung dragon gamit mo barbecue stick. Ibang laban naman. Okay? Pinakita na nung strategy na ang weak point daw ng dragon ay ang kanyang mata. Yung mata daw niya very very sensitive. Okay? binaton mo ng toothpick mo yung kanyang mata, napuwing yung dragon. Di naman kaagad mamamatay yun, di ba? Pero, dahil napuwing yung dragon, hinipa niya yung sarili niya. Nakalimutan niya yung breath pala niya ay fire. Sunog yung mukha ng dragon, bagsak siya sa lupa. Napabagsak mo yung dragon by using your toothpick. Okay? Yan yung kwento ng dragon at toothpick. Okay. Some students, akala nila kapag naririnig nila tong kwento kong to, kalokohan lang siya. Well, in a way, kalokohan lang siya. Pero, may basis kasi siya. I based this story from a parable na si Jesus mismo nagkwento. Okay? This is known as the parable of treasures. Ano yung parable of treasures, Mr. Runtalan? Parable of treasures is, meron daw isang master na pinatawag niya yung kanyang 3 servants. And then, each one of them, binigyan niya ng treasure. Yung una, binigyan niya ng big treasure. Yung pangalawa, binigyan niya ng medium treasure. Yung pangatlo, binigyan niya ng small treasure. Sino ba bida dito? Alam niyo ba itong storya to? Okay. Ang bida dito ay yung binigyan ng small treasure. Okay. Now, nung nakita nung small yung binigay sa kanya, ano kagad naramdaman niya? He felt fear. Kasi, kinumpare niya kagad yung binigay sa kanya dun sa mga ibang binigay ng master. Because of that, ano ginawa niya dun sa treasure na binigay sa kanya? Binaon niya sa ilalim ng lupa. After quite some time, pinatawag uli yung 3 servants ng master. And then, tinanong, kamusta na yung mga treasure na binigay ko sa inyo? Pwede ko ba makita? Yung binigyan ng big, pinakita niya yung treasure na binigay sa kanya ng master. It already tripled. Why? Kasi ininvest niya. Okay. Yung binigyan ng medium, pinakita niya yung treasure na binigay sa kanya ng master. It already doubled. Bakit? Kasi ininvest niya rin. Yung binigyan ng small, pinakita niya yung treasure na binigay sa kanya ng master. And then, pinakita niya, maliit pa rin. Sabi ng master, dun sa dalawang nauna, dahil dumami yung treasures na binigay ko sa inyo, you will be rewarded. Okay? Kaya lang, dun sa binigyan ng small, bakit ganyan pa rin? Kasi master, natakot ako Kasi maliit yung binigay mo, kaya ang ginawa ko, binaon ko sa ilalim ng lupa. Anong ginawa ng master sa kanya? Binanis siya dun sa kingdom na yon. You know what's the moral lesson of that particular parable, guys? The moral lesson is every one of us is given something. Kaya nga ang tawag dati sa measure of gold dun sa olden times is talent. Kasi lahat tayo meron. Ikaw meron ka, ako meron ako. Lahat tayo meron. Huwag mo isipin na wala. The only difference between a person who became great and a person na hindi naging successful is hindi niya ginamit ang binigay sa kanya. Because it's not what you have. It's how you use it. Can you tell that to yourself right now? It's not what I have. It's how I use it. Always remember that, guys, ha? Lahat tayo meron. Lagi ko sinasabi dito sa online review na to is you will be motivated. Hindi lang to basta review. Gusto ko i-motivate kayo. Kaya nga, iba to kesa sa nakaano ka lang nagsa-self-review ka kasi walang nagmo-motivate sa'yo. Sa akin, i-motivate kita because I want you to learn how to use what is given to you. May follow? So, it's not what you have, it's how you use it. Okay? Kaya, pag pumunta kayo sa like page ng Itsumo Test, makikita nyo yung mga fan art ng mga students ko, okay, who have already slayed the dragon. Okay, so eto lang ilan sa mga favorite kong fan art. Okay, yan, dragon and toothpick. Usually binibigay ito sa akin kapag napatay na nila yung dragon. Okay, hopefully pagdating ng time kayo naman ang makagawa ng fan art na ganito. If you could, okay, pwede rin naman wag, pero if you could, I would appreciate it, and I will show it to my future students. Ha? Kasi hindi yun sa binigay sa inyo kung paano nyo yun gamitin. Minsan sinasabi natin yung isang tao na successful kasi anak mayaman, na sinasabi mo, kasi anak mayaman siya. Galing sa hirap, hindi naman anak na mayaman, pero naging successful. Ano sabi mo sa kanya? Kasi talented siya. Galing sa hirap, hindi naman anak mayaman, wala ring talent, pero naging successful. Ano sabi mo? Kasi swerte siya. Kailan ka aamin na hindi sila ang may diferensya kung hindi ikaw? Gets nyo? Okay. So, yun ha. Learn to use what is given to you by God. Lahat tayo binigyan, guys. I don't care kung ano religion mo. Maybe, ibang religion mo kaysa sa akin. Pero, lahat tayo binigyan ng Diyos. Naniniwala ako dun, ha? Don't get me wrong. I'm not preaching or anything. I'm just telling you what is really happening. Kung bakit may mali or may kulang dun sa ginagawa mo. Okay? So, sige, let's learn to use what is given to us. Okay, let's go with the beginner level strategies. Like I've said, I have 3 levels of strategies. I have the beginner, that's the Itsumo 1, the critical, that's the Itsumo 2, and the expert, that's the Itsumo 3. Now, for this particular video, you will learn the beginner level strategies. Don't get me wrong, ha? Okay? Beginner, hindi ibig sabihin walang kwenta. Kasi, the beginner is the foundation of the most of the test-taking strategies. Hindi mo maintindihan yung mga higher levels ng strategies ko kung hindi ka nagsimula sa beginner. Okay? So, beginner muna tayo. And, I'm challenging you to look at the strategies of other lecturers. And follow? And, makikita mo na yung beginner level strategies ko, yun na lahat ng strategies nila. Okay? Now, I don't know kung anong problema, pero wala nga modification Kaya, hindi ako naniniwala dun sa mga lecturers na nagtuturo ng test-taking strategies, tapos ang tinuturo nila, longest answer is the right answer. Guys, longest answer is the right answer is not even a test-taking technique. Alam nyo ba yon? Longest answer is the right answer is a guessing technique. Kaya, pag nakarinig kayo ng lecture tapos ang unang-unang tinuturo ng lecturer ay test-taking techniques daw, pero longest answer is the right answer, don't believe him or her because they don't know the basics of test-taking. I'm telling you right now.